dog, get out. Go knock it out. No. Get. Get. All right. We got the ingredients again to make the dog food. Yeah, Mommy's gonna make dinners. Come on, will you make some dinner? Oh, yeah. Get that deboned. And my poor little avocados. Some of them fell out of their bag, but that's okay. I always buy about 6 at a time, and I do, I'll just like try to pick like 1 or 2 that are feeling like they're almost ripe. They're all, oh, there it is. And then the rest of them will kind of ripen up throughout the next few days. So got that. Chicken. So I'm going to go ahead and get this guy going. I put it up to 9. This is a nice little cooktop. You might have talked about it before. It's really low energy consumption and is good for a tiny space. I don't use the regular ovens and stuff because I don't use the gas. So we'll get that started. And go ahead, and this is just, what is this? 2 pounds of brown rice that I'm making today. And so yeah, I'll get this going because that's what takes the longest to prepare, because the chicken's already cooked. And so really what takes the longest is getting the rice cooked. I'll use this as the spoon from their last batch. This pan used to be a great pan for doing other things with. It's gotten very scratched up, and so it's just for the dogs. And in fact, on the day when they're eating the last of their food, I actually feed Sawyer in this, and then he just licks it all up and gets it all ready for the next batch. I'm going to go ahead and open this can. I'll give you a sneak peek of an upcoming craft I'm really excited about. And the trick to this is this particular type of can opener, which is the kind that cuts it along the side, so it gives it a really nice smooth edge with no sharpness. And I can even use the can top. I'm going to craft with that as well. I'm going to put the veggies in just yet because it's already cooked too. You want to like pour some of that in there to cook into the rice. I try to make it as nutritious as possible. And then I'll go ahead and add a bunch of water then to that. And I'll come over to my little water thing. And in fact, another thing I think I'll do today while it's still sunny outside, because it's going to rain over the next week again, is fill up my jugs. I'm trying to think I still have a whole one filled. It's good to take advantage of the weather this time of year. I'll be doing a lot of focusing in on the area I'm going to be moving to, and it's beautiful. I like to rinse out this container, get every last goodness and bit. And this is just great value, the Walmart brand, unsalted chicken broth. And I don't know how much nutrition is in it, but it makes it taste better. And I know this because I have actually tasted my dog food. All human grade food that's in here. Like I said, rice, the broth, we'll add the veggies, and then the chicken once the rice is all cooked. So I'm just going to put the lid on. Ignore the grossness of it. Like I said, this is only used for making dog food. And I do wash it once a week. I just haven't washed it yet. I make dog food twice a week. So the last batch I had made was using the beef liver. Everything else was the same. And then so this week, or this next one, is chicken. And then we'll probably go back. I think I have another beef liver up there. So go back to that. But yeah, I think I'm going to go unload the back of the car. Oh, we're all wet. So time they've been out in, gosh, a week. It's been just torrential rains out here. We'll get a little sneak peek of what I picked up while I carry everything in. I have to say a shout out to DI that blows Goodwill and other bigger thrift shops like Value Village around here. I'm not sure. In other areas they call it Savers, I think. But they're so kind. And the gal wrapped everything that I bought with glass. She wrapped it up, put it in the bags. It's just so great. It's going to be like Christmas when I open it because she wrapped it and taped them. And the great thing is this is also great packing material, everything that she wrapped. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and just grab this stuff out, and I'm going to run it up under my little tent over there to go through and get ready for a thrift haul for over on Kathy's Curations. Okay. Oh, I got one more thing that I picked up on the side of the road for free. I've been looking at it. It's just been sitting there. They haven't put anything else out for a good couple months. And I mean, it's been yucky weather, but they have it under an overhang. Anyway, I finally decided to grab it. So I'll be right back. Here it is. It's one of those metal folding tables. It's very rusty and old, but it still folds up because they have it set up. And I just took my time and figured out and pushed the buttons and did the sliding. So it's perfect, and I'm going to use it for doing my crafts. So I'm going to put it right here for now. And I have piles from my last thrift haul. And so what I really need to do is get organized. But I need to finish up inside of moving some things around so I can kind of have an open space. And while I'm working on the next steps, getting my property and moving on from this area, I'm still going to have a little area set up for taking pictures of everything, and that's my hardest thing. So the curating life is so fun when you're out curating, but then you get home and you got all the things and they're so cool and you just want to sell them, but you got to do all the work now. You got to take the price tags off and wipe them down and put the projects in one pile. And I did pick up some things that are projects, I'm not gonna lie, but I want to start doing that. So I'm hoping in the next week or two to add a second Kathy's Curations video per week, and that'll be more crafty. So we'll have a curating and a crafting. And so I'm getting ready for that, and I have lots of good paint. I've got the transfers, and I bought some clear wax recently, and that's the other thing, and I'll show you over on Kathy's Creations. But I've got some new stuff that I ordered from Jamie Ray Vintage. Love them. And so that's what I'm going to be using, and I'm very excited. But for now, I'm going to go in and check on the dog food and get off my feet because I am tired. Good morning, friends. Oh my golly. My booger is here with us today, as well as my babies. And the dang rain that gave us, about a day and a half break, and then it's just back with a vengeance. And it makes it so hard for me to do things, primarily because I have the shop building. I've been packing and putting things in boxes and bringing home boxes, so it is a mess. And so what I got out here, under this blanket here, is the last thrift haul that I just shared on Kathy's Curations. And then on top here is going to be this coming week's thrift haul. I've been going through things, you can see over here on the table, and trying to decide what I want to keep and take with me when I move to my new place. What kind of things I want to maybe donate or try to have a yard sale. I mean, this time of year, it is so rainy here. And the place I'm going to, it's in the 70s. It's sunny. It's beautiful. And in fact, I was watching a video, because it is a tourist town, some people had visited in December because it was all decorated up for Christmas. And they're walking around in tank tops and shorts. So yeah, that is my desire. I love Washington State, but it's time for me to move on to a new adventure, which I'll share more of as we go along. But for today, my goal is to get all my goodness that I just thrifted recently, the last couple weeks, up into the shop area so it doesn't get yucky. It's dry under here, but it is so moist out here. So we are gonna rearrange some things, put things out here that'll be okay, and actually some things that are gonna go into plastic bins, which I have very limited of. I have a ton of boxes that I've been bringing home from my job because they are solid, they are sturdy, and they're good. And I love the size because, as you can see, you can't overload them. I mean, I could even put books in here and it would still be able to be lifted and carrying, because this journey I'm going to be going on, I'm doing it solo. I don't have anybody to help me on this end or when I get where I'm going. I always talk about crafting, and I'm going to do this, and I'm going to craft, and I'm going to do that. And then I don't get to it. And that is certainly the struggle I'm having at this time in my life, working almost full time, and then trying to also really get my business going, my YouTube channels, my new website that's coming this spring, as well as getting things on eBay, things that are not going to fall into the same category as what I sell on my new website, because it's going to be strictly vintage, home decor, handcrafted artwork, those kinds of things, very homey. And then my eBay store is going to be where I put things that I find, high value things that may or may not be new. There will be some new ones. And also previously owned, but high value in really great shape. And I'm going to keep that one open just for that on eBay. My hope in the future is to just have my website carrying just the vintage things. But as long as I find good deals on things that don't quite fit into my website, I'm going to just keep on keeping on with the eBay. That's the other thing I need to go through. I've got a ton of things already packed. I'm going to be going box by box to list them for my website. None of what I have packed would go onto eBay, even though I do have several things, some even in this area, that need to get listed. I'm trying to grow my business in all aspects, and I need to be able to still show how things look when they're in an environment that's vintagey. And so while I'm still here, I do need to still have a couple good places for staging and taking pictures of my new finds. But I'm gonna show you what it's looking like right now. First, I'm gonna take a sip of coffee. So if you guys see anything that you're interested in, hit me up. My artwork, actually, this is also a box that I brought home from work, and it is full of artwork and frames, and unfortunately, these guys are just a little too tall. I am taking these with me. Look at this. This is my personal lamp that I'm taking with me that I got for free on the side of the road. Still has its bulbs in there, although they don't match, but it works, and it's gorgeous. And the only thing wrong with it is just a little tiny bit of a broken piece on the lampshade, which will be easy to fix. Something in there, booger? Get it. We probably have a mouse or more. Another reason I need to get out of here and get moving on. Then I've been clearing off this shelf. I got this a couple years ago. They were so kind to bring it to me. It's one of those big old oak, but it's really served me well. I'm going to try and find a new home for it. That is definitely not coming with me. I cannot move that by myself. And probably that shelf too. I'll be trying to find a home for that. And then this monster, which I did get by myself up, oh gosh, probably a good 45 minutes from where I am. And I put this thing on the top of my car. and drove it down, and it is solid. It is a really good office shelf, but not for my look. This guy will be coming with me. He also is heavy, and with all the moisture here and stuff, that bottom drawer is just stuck. But he hasn't been treated very nice. I don't know why I call everything he. She has not been treated very nice. I mean, look at those curves. She's beautiful. So she's definitely going to get a paint job. When we get her to the shop, she's going to be a beautiful display shelf. May actually end up in my house. We'll just have to see. I decided I'm going to clear the table first because I'm definitely going to be using that a lot. You know, this could be fun and cute and might be a holiday craft for me to just repaint it. It's just, they're just not good colors. Reality of it. So I'm going to put it in. I'm going to start with a box that's just going to be holiday stuff. So I can just, things that I'll work on in the future. This is a cute box that I may just bring out again in the holidays. It makes a nice riser. Okay, these things are not going to go. These are modern things that I'm just going to be donating. So I'm going to start a donation box over here. So here's another thought I had, and you guys will have to let me know. To do over on Kathy's Creations, I find these all the time, and they're so adorable, but they're not what people want. So I'm really thinking and giving this the paint job, kind of make them look like stone, little cement statuaries. I'm going to wrap these up, and these are going to be future crafts. But I'm going to hang on to them because these are both from France. I can't remember. They're going to go into my glass box, along with things like this. Now I went a little crazy. You'll see on my upcoming thrift over at the DI. Oh my gosh. I bought a whole bunch of things that match this. And I call this the Star of David pattern. I'm going to look it up and make sure I got the right one. I think this is Anchor Hawking. I'm going to start a collection on my website of this style because I really want this to come back. I want people to decorate their holiday tables with sparkle. And whether you use it as a creamer or put little flowers in it out on a garden party table, I want people to start using this again. So we're going to go ahead now, if Booger doesn't knock me down, and run out and grab the boxes and things, all the goodies from my recent thrifts. Oh, all right. Ugh, I am tired. So, yeah, I'm not going to bore you with the rest of this. I'm going to be working on probably the rest of the week that I'm off. So thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please give me a like, and please subscribe if you haven't already. It's free. And then also same over on Kathy's Creations. As time is going on, I am going to try and create more videos, and they will certainly on this channel have more interesting content as we get our property and get working on the beautiful but dilapidated home. As always, keep looking up.
Know you've been a good friend, and that's in the thick and thin.